All right, we're live. Manic Vandals podcast number 15. Uh, Keith is holding up his wife's mug she got for
Yes.
him. Uh, that's
Yeah.
that's the golden rule around here.
Yes, that's
Uh,
right.
the wife is always right for sure.
Yeah, whether you want her to be or not. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It just depends on how long you want to wait until you admit it. But yeah. So Manic Vandals podcast 15. I'm the host of this podcast, Church, aka
Yeah.
Dave. With me always is Gigantic Mean,
Hey, everybody.
and so we have we're gonna do another pop quiz here.
Oh
Uh,
boy. All right.
but the topic of this episode is we got some Kamigawa spoilers.
Yay.
It seemed like today we're recording on the 27th. It'll probably come out on the 28th. It seemed like sort of out of nowhere they started unloading some spoilers on us. So we'll get right into that. But first, we're going to do a little pop quiz, which is our segment called Cost That Card. And based on our last pop quiz, I'm going to tell them the number of colors in the card to give them a little bit more context on how much it costs.
Yeah.
So
Not
this,
like the last one. Yeah.
yeah, that's one. The last one was a little cheeky, and that was my fault. All right, so this one, it's one color, all right, and it reads it's an enchantment aura. You enchant land when blank enters the battlefield. Draw a card. Enchanted land is an island.
I'm gonna say 3.
3. Final
Yeah.
answer.
Final answer.
All right. You were close. It's 2.
Gosh.
It's
Well,
it's spreading
that's
seas.
spreading seas.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This card's a little interesting because it's actually like $5. So like it's a common.
Really?
Yeah, so the idea is you use it for like island walk decks. Uh I don't know if it's a thing in like Commander or it might be a thing in Modern, but uh the thing that's special about this card is it's a cantrip, like you draw a card off it.
Right. It
It's like
replaces the stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it's one of the very few enchanted land is an island that lets you draw a card off it. That's why it's so pricey.
Wow.
That's
cool.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's that out of? What set is that out of?
The original Zendikar.
Wow.
So all right, yeah, that was the pop quiz. Uh yeah. So on topic. Kamigawa spoilers. Uh Yeah, so there's a lot of them. I mean, as of recording, there's I don't know, like 30 or even 40.
35, 40.
Uh,
It's about 40, 50. Yeah, probably close to 60. Yeah.
yeah, so uh what I'm going to do here for people watching, I'm just going to put up the I'll just put up a window just so we can see them. That actually. All right, so and without just like going through all these and just like reading them, we'll just go over some key ones that we think are going to be, whatever, busted, or people think they're busted, but we don't think they're going to be, or just ones we think are cool. Blah blah blah. There is one in particular that we both noticed. Uh, it's Mirror Box, which is a where is it? There it is. It's an artifact. It's 3 mana. and it reads, the legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control. Each legendary creature you control gets +1/+1. Each non-token creature you control gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control with the same name as that creature.
I see a
uh,
bunch of copies going on.
yeah. I mean, like as far as standard goes, I don't think that currently would do that much. I can't really picture anything.
Hmm. Well, what is that enchantment that makes copies of zombies? You make a zombie copy of something?
Oh, I don't know. I know what you're talking about. Hmm. Uh,
So if you made a token copy of a legendary creature, they'll still get the +1 buff from the token because it'll
right.
have the same name. Yeah, I could see that being a thing, but there's probably some copying going on in here. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Uh, we haven't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure they made that for a very specific reason. Um, I mean, I know there is that one. Yeah, there's the Satoru Umezawa, uh,
yes.
that guy.
I don't know, but that one looks scary too.
Yeah, I just
He was up top, I think.
oh, that's my problem. There he is. Uh, yeah, so he's a 3 mana legendary creature, human ninja. Whenever you activate a ninjutsu ability, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. This ability triggers only once each turn. Each creature
Mhm.
card in your hand has ninjutsu 4. Uh, so him paired with Mirror Box, like what are we looking at here? Uh, so if he was on the battlefield and you cast this, uh, I mean, I guess you would just. I mean, I guess there's no like beyond like face value. I guess there isn't like anything that would happen, right? You
No, I
would just
don't
have
think
a
so.
you would just have like another one that would have
Yeah. Yeah,
+1/+1.
but right, but look at this. This is on this the Jitaxis Progress Tyrant, the 7 cost, Phyrexian Practor, legendary creature. He's the top one on the list. He's at right after the Wandering Emperor.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
All right, read him or put him up on the screen.
Yeah, so Jin Gitaxias, 7 mana, blue, legendary creature, Phyrexian Praetor, 5/5. Whenever you cast an instant, whenever you cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery, copy that spell. Oh yeah, you may choose new targets for the copy. This ability only triggers once each turn. Whenever an opponent casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, counter that spell. This ability triggers only once each turn. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
but that's not a creature, but artifact creature, I guess, would trigger, right? The mirror box, and it had to be a creature to trigger the mirror box.
um well, I mean I guess what would happen is you could just cast 2 of these
Yeah.
and so if you had 2 of these out, you would do a whole lot of copying.
Mm.
Uh I'm not sure how that bottom part would work. I think that's sort of a non-bow only in that it would only trigger once, even though you had 2 of these.
Yeah, I think so. It only trigger one time.
Um, but that I mean that first part, I mean that's sort of like game ending anyway. Like if you actually had two of those out.
Yeah,
So, uh,
yeah, because it would only trigger once per turn, but it would copy it. So you're copying whatever a bounce spell, uh, removal spell, whatever. It's copying it or an
yeah.
artifact.
Um, how
Crazy.
about how about planeswalkers with mirror box? Like you can have multiple planeswalkers.
Yeah,
Uh, like what? I feel like in standard that doesn't do too much. Just because like I mean there's like Ren and Seven and stuff, but I don't think you would like shoot for that.
no,
Uh, like
I
in
don't know.
like in old standard when you had like Nissa and shit.
Yeah,
Like that'd be kind of nutty.
yeah, it would be.
Had like having two of those out. Uh, hmm.
Yeah, or two Tezzerets out would be nice.
Which one? The six?
Yeah, no, the 4 cost Tezzeret Betrayer of Flesh. It's he's down on second row, right underneath
Oh,
the.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you mean the new one. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah. So
s- y-
let's take a look at this guy. Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh. Two, a blue and a blue. Legendary Planeswalker. He starts with 4 loyalty. He has a static, which is the first activated ability of an artifact you activate each turn costs 2 less to activate. Oh, that's really annoying.
yeah,
Uh, his +1 is draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact. That's pretty freaking good.
yeah.
His -2 is target artifact becomes an artifact creature. If it if it isn't a vehicle, it has base power and toughness 4/4. His -6, you get an emblem with whenever an artifact you control becomes tapped, draw a card.
Dude, that's
Wow.
nasty.
Yeah, that's uh
That's nasty. I'm telling you.
yeah, you better pick one of those up for your new artifact EDH deck.
I should. Yeah,
uh
absolutely. They're probably going to be $100.
yeah, this I mean this our artifact like artifact stuff in general always seems like inflated price wise. Just because of like some weird like interaction. And this seems to like hit all of those like check boxes. Uh
Yeah, it does. And
like
see, even Tam, yeah. Go ahead.
uh well just like making artifact activations cost less. I mean that can be really scary. Uh the -2 sword or whatever, the +1 in the right deck, I mean that's pretty nuts.
Yeah,
Uh Uh, and the -6, I mean, that's not that far away. Usually they make those like a little harder to get to, I feel like.
yeah. That's one turn after you put it in.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
no, 2 turns. 2 turns. Yeah,
right.
unless you want to. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
still crazy, man.
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I mean if I mean I feel like that ult is definitely worth like sacking him for. Like you wouldn't wait till he has 7 loyalty, you would just pop it when
Yeah,
he's at 6. Because I mean once you get that, I mean you're just going to be drawing 1,000 fucking cards.
yeah,
So,
yeah. And see, and then Tameo, or ever how you say it, the completed sage, is she's artifact based as well, and she's blue green. So so this is going to be interesting.
yeah, let me just read this one. Yeah, I like how when you hover it, it turns like Phyrexian, so you can't even read it. It's like if you click on it and then hover it. Uh,
Let me do that. I haven't done that. Oh yeah, you can't read it.
yeah. Uh, anyway, so Tamio completed Sage. What's with completed with an
I don't
A?
know. I don't
Uh,
know.
uh,
I guess she's got pleats in her dress. I don't know.
she's all right. So she costs. It's sort of weird. She costs two, a green, a Phyrexian green or blue, and a blue. Uh, completed can be paid with G, with green, blue, or two life. Oh, so it's what like completed, uh, Simic. Like
Mm,
I don't know the exact phrasing for this, but uh, anyway. So if you paid with the life as opposed to mana, she comes in with two fewer loyalty counters. Uh, +1 is tap up to one target artifact or creature. If it doesn't untap, oh, it doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Uh, a -X, exile target non-land permanent card with mana X value from your graveyard. Create a token. That's a copy of that card. A -7, create Camio's Notebook, a legendary colorless artifact token with spells you cast cost 2 less to cast, and you can tap it to draw a card.
crazy.
I really butchered reading that, by the way, but that's all right.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's sort of confusing that like mana cost
It
twist in there.
is.
Um,
So she's 5. Yeah. Yeah, maybe she's not as good, but I don't know. You could lay her the turn after Tezzeret if you're
yeah.
on Simic. You're in Simic. So
Well, so I feel like planeswalkers live or die based on how good their plus is. I feel like this plus is kind of shitty. Uh,
yeah,
a
it
plus
is.
one that's just tap an artifact or creature, it doesn't untap. Uh, like compare that to like Nissa, you know.
Yeah.
Compare that to uh Teferi 5, which is draw a card, untap two lands. Uh, so that sucks. Uh,
Yeah.
the -X, I feel like that could be really good in the right situation because I'm sure you would
Right.
just sort of like gear yourself around it where it's just like -1 gets you something really good. Um,
Mhm. And you've got 5 to play with. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, I actually really like the -7 that they didn't make it an emblem.
Mhm.
But having said that, I feel like it costs too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I agree with you.
like I feel like the fact that you can get rid of it should make it cheaper.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, because it's just an artifact. Yeah, you can get rid of it.
yeah. Now, having said that, uh, sort of like Tezzeret, she's only two away when she comes
Mhm.
out. If you didn't pay the two life, so my opinion of this one is I like the idea, but she sucks.
Yeah.
So we'll just never see her.
Yeah.
But
And
go ahead.
go ahead. No, and I was thinking the same thing about Wandering Emperor. Um she doesn't impress me either as a planeswalker.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Let's get into that one. Uh, so the Wandering Emperor, two and a white and a white. Uh, three loyalty. Uh, Flash. As long as the Wandering Emperor enters the battlefield this turn. You may activate her loyalty abilities anytime you can cast an instant. Um, her +1/+1. Holy shit, I'm so bad at this. Her +1 is put a +1/+1 counter on up to one target creature. It gains first strike until end of turn. Her -1 is create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. Her -2 is exile target tap creature. You gain 2 life.
I don't know.
You think she sucks?
No, I don't. I
I
think I like her now.
I think she sucks.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. So 4 mana, 3 loyalty. That's fucking rough.
Oh, that is rough.
Uh,
Yeah.
she does have flash, so you can. She, I guess you could say she has 4 because you would just cast her at at the end of whatever your end step.
Or right in the middle of attacking, and you could
Right.
exile something. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, the fact that it's exile target tap creature. I mean, obviously it'd be way different if it wasn't tap creature. Like if it's just exile target creature, that'd be fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, I feel like white spells that exile or white or well, I mean really any spells, but spells that only hit tapped creatures. I feel
Mhm.
like they never uh like
They don't last. Yeah.
I feel you might be like the same way I am where like in your head it's like, well, that doesn't really matter, but I feel like it matters a lot.
Yeah.
Like
It does.
it matters a lot more than we think it does.
Yeah. Well, even that one, I don't even know what it is. It's a 2 mana destroy target tap creature. Um, you still have to hold up the mana, and it's a white, but you got to hold up the mana. And if you don't, if you're not playing out your mana, it goes along with. I read an interesting article, and it's about getting the get. You know what I mean? It's like the blue mage that. Um, it feels like he got you when you play turn 2, you play a creature and he plays that stupid, what is it, the land counter spell, counter target spell
Mm,
unless you pay 1,
right.
and his philosophy of it was, well, yeah, they're waiting to get you, but are you gonna set yourself back a turn not to be gotten? You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like his point is get the card out of their hand. If you're going to lose something you can afford to lose and get the card out of their hand. Which
Right.
was interesting. But this falls in line with that. It's setting someone up to get them. And yeah, and you know as well as I do that it don't always work like you plan. you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
if you're sitting around waiting to get someone for one, just to get one creature or to get one card, it's really that card's probably not worth it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um I feel like I feel like and this seems to always happen with white too. I feel like the only way this does get used is like you read this card and it's like, "Oh, this is designed for like white weenie," right? But
Mm,
I'm sure
yeah,
it will only get used in control decks
yeah.
because it makes
Azorius. Mhm.
because it makes a 2/2. Uh, so like, if someone's playing board wipes, it's like this thing really gets around that.
Yep, it does.
And the flash is another reason. Uh,
I say that's the only thing that makes the card good is the flash and the fact that you can activate the abilities once it comes into play.
yeah, yeah, um, yeah. So I think it'll be using control, but I it's just a bummer that white planeswalkers just never they just never seem to be used like the way they should be used.
Oh no. Now let's stop right here because the one guy, the flowers guy, what's his name?
The
The
what?
planes the flower, that dude who brings out dragons. Well, guess what we're having in Kamigawa? What is his name?
Uh,
Uh,
wait, you mean one that's out already?
yeah, he's the white planeswalker. Flower, something of flowers.
Uh,
Or no, he's not the dragon. Yeah, he is the dragon guy, isn't he? I don't know.
uh,
I'm probably showing my
oh,
ignorance.
no. Grandmaster of Flowers.
Yes.
It's funny, and until I never saw this card before.
Really?
Yeah. No, I've definitely never seen this thing.
I've only seen it used a few times.
uh, what do we got here? As long as he has 7 or more loyalty counters, he's a 7/7 dragon god creature with flying and indestructible.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, that's it. He doesn't bring out dragons, never mind. He turns it into one.
right. Target creature without. Wait, what? Target creature without first strike. Oh, can it? Okay. Search your library for a graveyard named Monk of the Open Hand. Yeah. Wait, sorry. What were we saying about this guy?
Never mind. I thought he could farm out dragons, but he can't.
Oh.
So,
Oh yeah, I got
yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's the only I guess it's the red guy that can farm out dragons,
Uh.
with treasure.
Who's that?
Um, he is very popular. He's a 2/1. I hate it when I can't remember the card names.
Oh wait, you mean that you mean that creature, right?
Yeah, he's a creature. I think he is a dwarf.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, I know the
He's a legendary.
yeah. Uh
All right. Magda. Magda. Yeah.
uh G
Now, if you can ramp to 5 treasure, you can
mm,
sacrifice those things and start popping artifacts or dragons onto the battlefield.
right.
I mean, he usually dies once he gets out on the board, but yeah, he's a dragon hunter.
Right. Wait, sorry. How did dragons come up?
Oh, you didn't see all the dragons in here?
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Well, I saw. Actually, I don't know if I saw dragons. I mean, there were the
dragon spirits.
these. Yeah, sorry. I thought all these guys were like the Phyrexian Paraders, but no, you're
Oh,
right. Yeah,
yeah.
I got you. Yeah, that's I didn't even think about that when I was looking through these. Yeah, there's a lot of dragon stuff.
There's a ton of
Uh,
dragons.
Interesting.
And what is that red dragon that farms them out too? Maybe it's just out of the graveyard. There's a I faced that deck. That's really a fun deck to play against. They usually beat me, but um, it's a it's in standard right now. Um, Kind of think I'll find it,
Yeah. Um,
but we can. I mean, we can go on. But that thing is nasty. He farms them out.
yeah, so what do we got here? We have a red dragon that's 4 mana, 4/4.
Nice.
At Sushi, the Blazing Sky, Flying Trample. When it enters the battlefield, choose one to exile the top 2 cards of your library. Till end of turn, you may play those cards, or create 3 treasure tokens.
Wow.
That's when he dies, though. That's sort of uh, it's not that it's bad. It's just hard to a little harder to play around that. I mean, Shambling Ghast is really annoying, and it sort of
Hmm.
has something similar.
Yeah, it
Uh,
does.
um, hmm, it's not bad. There's this black one that's sort of hard to read. Uh, Junji. Oh, there's like giant text right there. All right, all right. 3 and a black and a black. Legendary dragon spirit creature, flying and menace. It's a 5/5. When it dies, choose one. Each opponent discards 2 cards and loses 2 life. Put target non-dragon creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control.
That's
Wow.
nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's pretty fucking good.
So if you're milling, get him out. Yeah, and pick whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Uh I wonder what kind of I mean, I guess in standard like what kind of exile removal are we looking at? Like I know there's brutal. How do you say his name? Brutal Cathar or Cather?
Yeah, but he does. Yeah,
Cather?
Cather. Yeah, I say Cathar, but I think some people say Cather. He doesn't exile. He basically like he locks it up,
Right.
and then if you kill it, the opponent gets it back. He's the one I don't like. But
Right.
the Skyclave apparition will exile it, but it
Yeah.
can only do it up to 4 mana.
Right.
So,
Yeah, so he doesn't hit this.
uh-uh.
Uh yeah, and Cathar sorta does, but he's pretty easy to get rid of.
Yeah,
Uh
he is. What is then there's the black white one that will exile 2 cost, black and white,
mm,
but it has to be a monocolor permanent.
mm, interesting. Um
And you've got to run you're going to have to do graveyard exile against this stuff. You know what I mean? You can't
right.
let them keep stuff in the graveyard.
Yeah. Um
Did you
yes.
see the Goblin Samurai?
Uh Goro Goro.
Yes.
I
He's
mean,
going to be a buff to a Goblin deck.
so Gorgoro, disciple of Ryusi. He's 1 in a red, 2/2. You can pay a red. Creatures you control gain haste event in turn. That's pretty good. Uh you can pay 5, create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature with token with flying. Activate this if you activate only if you control an attacking modified creature.
What is
Modified, it's like it's like if you have a creature that has like an artifact equipped to it,
hmm,
or it has counters or enchantments. Uh,
okay. So it's modified from its original stats.
yeah. Let me just double check that before we modified meaning. Uh, wow, it's not really on the internet yet. I got like mortgage loan stuff.
Okay, here we go. It says equipment auras you control encounters or modifications.
Wait, sorry, say it again.
Equipment auras you control and counters or
Oh, right.
modifications.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you have that, you have to put a +1/+1 on it
Right.
somehow.
Yeah. Um. There is a lot of stuff in here for that. I'm not sure if any of it's like standard level good, but there is like a lot of stuff in here.
No, yeah,
Uh, Ancestral Katana. This thing looks sort of whatever. Uh, Surge Hacker Mech. Oh, that's a vehicle. Um,
Ancestral Katana. A 2 cost, it's a white.
Yeah. There's a Simian Sling. I don't know if it's good. It's 1 mana. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever it becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to defending player. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, maybe they designed this goblin thing. Maybe that's more for like other formats. Maybe. I mean,
Oh, well.
nothing's really jumping out as far as how to get modified. But I mean, based on the Tezzeret, they gotta be putting out some crazy artifacts. They wouldn't just make that Tezzeret without like supporting crew, you know?
Yeah.
So uh it'll be interesting. Uh
Yeah, that's crazy. It is gonna be interesting. And then the Saga, you see that well, that's a 5 cost. I don't know if that's good or not. That Shattered States era. I
uh
don't know. It's red. I don't know. If you're waiting to get that by turn 5 in red, it's probably not that good.
yeah, there we go. What do we got here? 5 mana. Uh s- uh what's the terminology for a saga, like when it has 1 counter on it or step
Yeah,
1?
step
Uh
1 or level 1, I don't know. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I think you're right. I think it is levels. So level 1, gain control of target creature until end of turn, untap it. It gains haste until end of turn. Level 2 is creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Level 3 is exile the saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. The transformed, it's a enchantment creature, 3/3 trample and haste. Um,
I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's shit.
Yeah, I do too. I think, you drop it on 4, 5, 6, by turn 6, you get a 3/3 out of it with Trample and Haste. I don't think it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Now the Era of Enlightenment might be what's that do as a saga? That's a little better.
yeah. Well, it is interesting. These are common sagas.
Really?
Yeah. It's apparently the first time they're doing that.
Huh.
Oh, and all these come in transformed, which is interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
so they all, oh, that's interesting. So they're like little delayed creatures.
Mhm.
Um where's the oh, there's the block one. Target creature gets positive. Oh, choose one. Uh yeah, they seem a little
Oh, you only choose one.
block one's a little interesting because the transformed uh it's a creature where you can tap it. Oh, wait, that's just like a shitty Llanowar elf.
Yeah, that
Like
is.
at first I was like, wow, that's cool, but then
It's worse than Atlanta War Elf. You can only use it on instants or sorceries.
yeah. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like delayed by like 4 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Yeah.
white one, I think the white one's probably the best one so far. What's the green one look like?
Uh yeah, what is the green one? I see a lot of I don't see
It's
a
it's the
common.
boat it's the Bocio reaches skyward. It's an uncommon.
Yeah. You'd think they'd all be commons though, right?
You would think so.
Cuz they're well, we can yeah, let's take a look at it. So 4 mana, search your library for up to 2 basic forest cards, reveal them, put them in your hand. Put 1 target land. from your graveyard on top of your library. Yeah, I don't know. Exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed. Uh, it's a creature. It has reach, and it gets +1/+1 for each land you control.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, let me. Here.
That comes up on 6, right? Turn 6. It turns into a. I mean, it could be a 6/6 by then with reach.
Yeah. Whoops.
Oh, there's the other one. There. No, that's an uncommon saga. Yeah. Oh, there's another one. They got sagas everywhere, man.
I feel like this thing is a shitty whatever that thing was from Eldraine, that beanstalk giant.
Yeah, the
Uh,
beanstalk.
uh, this card seems to do everything, but like just a little bit worse and slower. I mean, this one does get you two cards. The level 2, put up to one target land card from your graveyard on top of your library. That sounds like really bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, like even if you're building around that, uh,
It's
well,
like don't draw a card from your library, that you might need. Let's get a land.
right. I'm not saying anybody would do this, but uh, like in Commander, there is like strip mine and shit.
Mm,
Like the toxic tier lands.
yeah.
Uh, but I don't know. I mean, that doesn't really affect standard, and at 4 mana, it's like 4 mana and waiting a turn. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Uh, so there is a lot of
Oh my
ninja
god.
stuff.
Yeah,
Uh,
which I love.
I, I was literally just about to say the exact opposite. I was gonna say which I hate. Uh, I just have flashbacks of when rogues were like very prevalent.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna learn to hate ninjutsu because it doesn't look like it's fun. I
Yeah,
guess unless you're the one doing it.
yeah, yeah. Uh, I don't know. It's like I don't know if it's gonna translate the way I think it might, but like with rogues, it was just like whenever you're playing against rogues, it's like you would do something, and then you wait like 7 hours for them to like figure out like what they're gonna do like in response. It's like okay, I attack with two creatures, and then you sit there and you wait and you watch and you will like watch them like put out like 50 flash creatures, and then like all your stuff dies, and
Yeah,
then like 20 minutes later it's your turn again, and then you just like put out something and it gets killed,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
you concede.
yeah.
Uh, Now, I mean, I guess these ninjas, it sounds like it's gonna be the other way around, where when they're attacking, that's when all the bad stuff's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's exactly what it looks like. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like the covert technician is a 3 cost ninjutsu artifact creature, human ninja, and ninjutsu of 2. So when you attack an unblocked creature, you can swap this puppy in, and when it deals combat damage to a player, you may put an artifact card with mana value less than or equal to the damage from your hand onto the battlefield. So if you did 2 damage, you can put an artifact card to a less right onto the battlefield without casting it.
mhm. Sorry,
That's not fun. Oh,
where's?
it's the covert tactician. She's
Oh,
um,
yeah, I got it.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
she's nasty. I guess you can put her up on the screen, but yeah,
yeah.
um, I'm curious to see what the artifacts are gonna be. You know what I mean? This just makes my mouth
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, they're really setting up these artifacts. So, uh yeah, we'll see. I mean, like what artifacts do we have now? We don't really have that much besides like chariot, you know?
Yeah, we have Chariot and, really, we've got
There is that dragon orb thing, but uh whatever it's called,
yeah, I think
smoldering something.
yeah, egg, smoldering
Oh
egg.
yeah.
And we have the, what is the copy? The one that copies things?
Uh
I can boot it up real quick, but yeah. What is it? Echo it's not Echo Chamber, that's an old card.
yeah.
Um, and then there's that one that you can't wrap your mind around, the one that taps goes from night to day.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Um
Oh, and then it's that one oh, go ahead.
there's also the alchemy key,
Mhm.
which, you know, it's not in standard, but uh
And then there's that Strixhaven, the tournament one. You don't see that one used as much anymore. Um,
right.
um, it kinda made you think of Harry Potter.
Yeah, I can picture it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're fucking terrible with card names. Ridiculous.
Well, hopefully, if anyone's watching, they know what it
Yeah.
is. Oh my gosh, it's horrible.
Uh
Yeah, we are bad with card names. That's something that's when we're off the cuff, that's why we need I feel you in your room.
yeah.
He remembers these very easily. But
Yeah.
yeah, but there's
Uh
not to answer your question, no, there's not a lot of artifacts
yeah.
in standard right now.
Um I you can sort these like if you click on the goblet at the top, it just brings up all the artifacts. Uh there is this blue one which I didn't notice. Uh the reality chip. It's 2 mana, 1 in a blue. Legendary artifact creature. It's 0 and 4. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. I feel like that's always pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, as long as the reality chip is attached to a creature, you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Reconfigure is 2 in a blue. Uh, and that is you pay 2 in a blue and attach to target creature you control or unattach from a creature. Sorry, I'm trying to read like size 0 font. All right, you can pay 2 in a blue, attach to target creature you control, or unattach from a creature. Reconfigure only as a sorcery. While attached, this isn't creature. Right.
Hmm.
That sounds really fucking good.
It does.
Uh,
I mean, it really does. And I mean, just the fact to turn to an O4 body that's a blocker that you can look at top card of your library, that's pretty nice.
yeah, I mean, isn't that I think I have it right here. Isn't that just like a better experimental frenzy?
Yeah, I think so.
Uh Yeah, I have like a billion. Yeah, if I can get my greasy fingers on it. Yeah, so experimental frenzy is interesting. So experimental frenzy's 4 mana. It's an enchantment. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play the top card of your library.
And so you get to play it, yeah,
But
with the frenzy.
now that's interesting because is that different from this? Because this says you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library.
Right. Well, the one you can't play lands though, experimental frenzy, right?
You can, uh,
Oh, you,
but you can only like that's sort of how this card gets hosed because you can only play one. So if you hit like 2 lands in a row, you're just sort of fucked.
Yeah.
Um, that's interesting. Like, did they just change the wording of it to be a little more whatever?
Yeah. It's the same, but they added that reconfigure. But and this is a creature, that's an enchantment, right? This comes in as a creature, an artifact creature.
Well, I guess. Oh, I got you. So with Reality Chip, you have to play it as a creature. So that's
Then
two.
transform it or
Yeah,
reconfigure it.
yeah. So it's basically 5 mana, and you can zap it before it gets reconfigured.
Mhm. And it takes 2 turns. I mean, there's no way well, if you wait till turn 5, you could
Right.
drop it and reconfigure it, but yeah,
Interesting. That's actually uh hmm.
I
I
still think it's good.
yeah, I think and also the big thing about that as opposed to experimental frenzy, you can't play cards from your hand. And this thing you can.
Mhm. Yeah. And
Uh
what's that and see, that's better than the, what is it, the Ranger card, the green, what is it?
uh you're asking a lot of tough questions.
I should be doing the, oh my gosh, I should be doing the, pop quiz.
Yeah,
I'm getting you back. Uh, Ranger class. So Ranger class, is 2 cost, right? Comes
yeah.
in, and to move it up, you have to I think you have to, 2 to move it to the +1/+1, and then it's 4 to look at the top card of the library, but you can only play
Oh,
creatures.
yeah,
You can't play lands off of it. So that's better than Ranger class.
yeah. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I've ever actually seen it get to that point. I usually just like quit before then.
Oh, yeah.
uh, but
Yeah.
yeah, I
Well, if you can slow them down, it gets to that point, you
right.
know?
Yeah. Um yes, yeah, reality chips it's definitely a nicer it's a more accessible version of this. Um
Oh, wow.
but
Oh, go ahead.
no, no, you can go.
Yeah, but look, did you see Tamisi, Reality Architect?
Uh
Or Tamashi?
what
She's
color?
she's blue. She's a moonfolk wizard. 3 cost. 2/3.
Okay. Yeah, Tamishi, Reality Architect, she costs 2 and a blue, uh 2 power, 3 toughness. Whenever one or more creature permanents are returned to hand, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. You can play blue and a white, or sorry, you can pay X and a white. Return a land you control to its owner's hand. Return target artifact or enchantment with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. Um, interesting. Return a land you control to its owner's. Return target artifact.
You get to do both. You do, don't you?
Yeah. Um. Well, it sounds like. I mean, I guess the idea with the return a land you control, I guess that's supposed to be like part of the cost. I'm not sure.
Ah,
I mean, I guess
yeah,
like with landfall, you can sort of abuse it a little bit.
right. So, but what happens is when one or more non-creature permanents are returned to hand, draw a card. So when they do that, they return the land to their
Mm,
hand, they draw a
right.
card.
Yeah.
And then they're also returning an artifact or enchantment back to the battlefield at the same time.
Yeah. Uh. Hold on. I'm
This
gonna.
is good. This is gonna get abused.
Yeah. There's a funny comment. if you click on the card,
Oh, let
there,
me see.
there's like comments down there, and wait, why are these different? Are you seeing I'll just read it. Someone was like, "Well, that's the card I'm most excited about for both standard and brawl." And then someone responded, "Imagine saying the word brawl in 2022." Pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody on mine said, finally an Azorius commander that does something interesting.
But yeah, that's what this one says. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's too much exciting in the blue white realm. Uh
No,
so
no.
yeah. But yeah, yeah, I mean all of this at 3 mana is
It's a 2/3.
yeah.
I
Uh
mean,
yeah, I mean this is like one of those cards where it's like, to be honest, I sort of hope we don't see it too much,
yeah.
because I feel like if we do see it a lot, it's gonna be a really not fun time.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Uh, like, hmm,
Have
I
you
don't,
been watching Croaky? He's not playing decks yet, is he?
I don't, I don't think so. I, I, wait, you mean like from this stuff?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that far yet. Uh,
Yeah. I'm gonna be curious to see what he throws together.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's basically what literally everybody does at this point. Like, they just wait for him to make decks, and then everyone else just plays them. Uh,
Yeah.
like he
Yeah,
really seems to be like the guy that like it seems like he just like makes everything in standard, and then everyone else just like follows suit.
hmm
Uh, so we'll see. Uh,
Crazy. That card's gonna get abused. I'm telling you. It's-
the fact that it's
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you can go.
All right, so I just wanted to see what the comment was on the mirror box, what people had to say,
Yeah.
and Justin Williams, it said, "What on earth was the design team thinking?" Oh my gosh! It says, and Xavier Lane says, "Make a flavorful card. Thassa's Oracle and Demonic Consultation in the game for 3 mana. No card in Commander is going to be better than that." Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Rat colony, relentless rats. Think about that. I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
So
I love it.
I guess people aren't a fan of this then, huh?
No, no.
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm an idiot, so me reading this, I can't. I mean, the problem is there's like such a deep pool of legendary cards. It's hard for me to even like wrap my head around it.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, but I think once you start slapping in, like, start making, I'm telling you, zombies is going to be all over this card. I feel like it because you've got that one legendary zombie that's just a freaking nightmare. Um, and now you can have 2, 3 of them on the board, you know?
right. I'm just trying to like, in cases like that, Um, like in cases where you need to just like organically have two legendaries,
Hmm.
is it good? Like I don't know the math off the top of my head, but if you play well actually I just thought of something. This is for historic, but if you have two Heliods, that'd be fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Uh
Think about that. Or think about, oh my gosh, what's his name? Edgar. Isn't he a legendary?
which one?
Edgar, the black white. Um,
Like
they turn
the standard one?
yeah, the standard one.
Um
I think he is a legendary.
yeah. Uh
Edgar the Charmed Groom. Yeah. I mean, have 2 of him on the board. You know what I mean? It doesn't and then if you do kill one, he just turns into enchantment and the other one stays on the board. I mean, I
uh
don't know.
uh
That's crazy.
hmm. I don't like reading that. I don't know if that sounds like that bad. Like
Yeah, it may not be.
it sounds like people are thinking this is gonna be like nutty broken.
I
And
think
I
it
it's not that I
maybe.
disagree. It's I'm just trying to pick like stuff where it would just be stupid. Uh like some people brought up like Splinter Twin, which I mean that's like a modern thing. But I mean it's banned anyway.
Mm.
Uh uh
Well, look at it like this. What if you had uh, Helena and Elena? You know, 2 of those on the board, and they give +1/+1 counters where X is their power. So they're pumping that out every turn. I mean, I just think, and they grant haste. I mean, I don't know. I think it can be abused. You know what I mean? And they give +1/+1, so that gives that buffs. That's just another one that Helena can give out. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy.
yeah. Um
And
hmm.
this is just things we can think of. We don't even know what's coming. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I mean like aside from standard, this thing could get pretty ridiculous. Uh I mean I keep my mind keeps going to like commander stuff, but this doesn't really apply to that. I mean it sort of does cuz
Yeah, I think
you can make copies of stuff.
yeah,
Uh
yeah,
but
copies of zombies, all kinds of stuff. I just yeah, I'm stuck on zombies.
well actually, I mean in commander, would you ever not use this card?
I don't think so.
Because
I don't,
it's just like another commander. Whatever your
yeah,
commander is, you can just get another one.
yeah,
Oh, well, uh,
you gotta have it,
yeah,
but you can copy the commander. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, you'd have to make a copy of.
Yeah, like echo chamber. I think echo chamber copies things. You know,
Right.
which is an artifact.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's easier ways to do it, but I know echo chamber's one that I have. But mimics, the glass pool mimics, those will
Mm,
do it.
yeah. Um.
Did you see the now look now
Oh.
what?
You can have multiple meat hooks.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be bad. That's right, because that's legendary.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Oh, that's creature though, right? Oh, it doesn't apply to permanents. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So it can be Azeka's chariots, two Azeka chariots, two meat
Mm.
hooks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's only 3 costs, and I have to say, what were they thinking? What were they thinking?
Yeah. Um.
I mean, when you make these things, David, when you make these things, these people are smarter than we are. They have to know what they're doing. You know,
uh. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This one will be interesting. Like, is this the card that's gonna get banned like a week after it comes out in certain
probably.
formats or like in
Yeah,
all formats?
yeah.
Uh.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen with me. I'm going to take my all runs epiphany wild cards that I get back, and I'm going to create at least 3 of these.
Yeah.
That's and I don't know what I'm gonna do with my Faceless Haven wild cards, but yeah, I
Right.
know I'm gonna.
Well, actually, speaking of which, did those bans like happen yet?
Yeah, they took place today. So
So like you got the wild cards already?
I haven't played Arena today. So yeah, I probably should have got them today.
I feel like unless I because I was in this morning
They
and
may have.
like was I too early or
You
something?
may have been too early. They may have not done the patch yet.
Okay, interesting. Because I should have just like made all of them, but I didn't
Yeah,
think of it. But
yeah.
whatever. Uh, uh, hmm. So what do you think? We got anything else here, or should we?
No, the only other thing that I'm interested in for my commander deck, is this enthusiastic Mechanaut. He's a blue red
All right, let me.
goblin artificer.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, enthusiastic Mechanaut, blue and a red. 2 power, 2 toughness. Artifact creature flying. Artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Yes, that's pretty good.
Yeah, 2/2 flyer for 2 that reduces. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean anything that cheats costs down is it's always a nice proposition. It's hard to really pass up. So,
Yep, I like
yeah.
him.
Um
Yeah, I found my Shahili, I told you that, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know where she's at now, but I did find her.
uh uh this is a sidebar, but what commander are you thinking about going with?
I think I'm gonna do Sahili with it. I couldn't find unless I buy Emery. I may just buy Emery.
Uh, what's Sahili? Do you mean the
Oh,
Sahili that
she's a planeswalker. Yeah,
yeah.
I can't use her. Yeah. So was that the one you told me about? Sahili? She is a planeswalker.
I
She
think
can be used as a commander, though. She's the one that has the text.
oh, okay, right.
Yeah, right? I think that's what we went through.
There is one that has that, but there's like 3 or 4 Sahilis. Uh,
I think I think I have the one that can do the planeswalker. Is it Rye? No, it's not Rye. I think I have the artificer. No, the gifted. I don't know if I have the gifted. I'm gonna have to look at that now. Your
yeah.
question. I'm doubting it.
Yeah.
Doubting myself.
Yeah,
But if not, it'll be Emery and she'll be in the deck. You
right.
know.
Yeah.
So
All
but
right.
we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll have to uh well, we'll have to have a few uh commander podcasts in the near future cuz yeah, you can't see it, but I have like all these cards splayed out uh
Yeah, same here.
trying to get some decks made. I have some cards coming in tomorrow,
Mm,
so uh maybe I'll make a video if I'm up for it.
yeah,
Uh
good.
yeah.
Yeah, and and I've I've got everything I think I need for the Krenko deck. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's good enough that it'll be competitive. Fun
Yeah.
to play at least.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, I guess that's what you can expect from us in the near future.
yeah,
Maybe.
tearing my Krenko build apart. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Krenko build, and then we'll play some games, and yeah. So all right. Well, I guess that about wraps this up then.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, that was Manic Vandals podcast number 15. Yeah, let us know if there's any cards we missed. I mean, by the time you're watching this, there might be a lot of cards we missed. Uh, just because it seems like they're coming out every day at this point. So,
Mm.
whatever. Yeah, I mean, if we had any wildly incorrect opinions, let us know what you think of Mirror Box. Uh, and yeah, we'll see what happens. So, yeah, that was podcast 15, and we will see you guys next time.
All right. See you guys.